Hello, children. So, we are done with the third lesson, and now let us see what is given behind your lesson. I'll discuss at least two bits from each section of questions so that you can finish the remaining. All that whatever we are going to see here behind your lesson is a part of the grammar classes which are already done to you. Okay, so now today we are going to learn about the clause. Okay, and within the clause we are talking about adjective clause, adverb clause, and noun clause. So now we have to define. Now a phrase functions as an equivalent to an adjective, an adverb, or a noun in a sentence. A subjective clause works the same way as a phrase. A subordinate clause could be an adjective clause, an adverb clause, or a noun clause. So already we have learned that there will be in a sentence there will be a main clause and a subordinate clause. And sometimes main clause itself makes a complete sentence, where the subordinate clause is the one which depends. Subordinate clause depends on the main clause. So that means subordinate clause is such a phrase that it will not give complete meaning to us, and somewhere from the main clause the link will be there to the subordinate clause. So we are now going to fill the appropriate subordinate clauses, right? Using adjective clause, adverb clause, and noun clause. So when it comes to adjective clause, let us see one or two examples here. Right? So here in the textbook, the example given is branded shirts are very popular with young men. So it's a phrase, okay, and it's almost a sentence where it is not depending on any other thing. Now shirts which are branded. So this which are branded, you are defining the shirt as a branded one, and it is the one which is depending on something else. Shirts which are branded will not give a sense, right? Still there is something more to be said or more to be added. Shirts which are branded are very popular with young men. So therefore here which are branded, that means that branding, you are giving an adjective as a branding, right? Branded to shirts which are branded are very popular with the young man. That is called adjective clause. Which are branded forms an adjective clause. Now the necklace that I bought yesterday is missing. So which necklace, about which necklace are we talking? That necklace which somebody has bought yesterday, the day before. So here the context is that about that necklace which was bought the previous day. So the necklace that I bought yesterday is missing. So that's an adjective clause. That I bought yesterday is adjective clause. I congratulated the girl who won the dance competition. See here, this clause is defining something from the main clause, right? I congratulated the girl. So suppose if you stop at there, I congratulated the girl, finish. That phrase itself gives a complete meaning. But here when you say that who won the dance competition, it's not a question to say that who won the dance competition. If that is the case, it will become an interrogative sentence. But this is a part of this. Who won the dance competition? It means that girl who won dance competition. We are talking about that girl who won the dance competition. So now let us see. Let me do two for you, and the remaining you have to do for yourself, by yourself, right? Rewrite each sentence introducing an adjective clause. Now let me read the first one. Everyone likes kind people. So it's just it is just a sentence. Okay. So now I wanted to make this in terms of adjective clause. Adjective clause means you are going to define that particular one. Right? Everyone likes kind people. So how to write? Everyone likes the people who are kind. Okay, everyone likes the people who are kind. You are defining the people. How are you defining the people? You are defining the people as kind, right? So what is the adjective phrase if added in this sentence? It will look like this. Everyone likes the people who are kind. Okay, everyone likes the people who are kind. Like my teacher doesn't like noisy students. Obviously, how you will write like my teacher doesn't like the students who are noisy. You are giving the characteristic of the students. You are defining the students with that characteristic as noisy students, right? The students who are noisy. So have to introduce an adjective clause here. My teacher doesn't like the students who are noisy. So pick out that one. Pick out the word which in fact is an adjective, and then there you have to include an adjective clause by defining it, either using that, which, who. Okay, so these are all the things, words that you have to add in between to define the given people with the particular adjective, right? So my teacher doesn't like the students who are noisy. Okay, suppose third one also I'm saying, children eating junk food tend to fall sick. Children, right? Children who eat junk food tend to fall sick. So all children, do they fall sick? No. So who eat junk food? That means those children. Which children you are defining? The children who eat junk food, right? So therefore the children eating junk food tend to fall sick is a given sentence. How you have to rewrite it as, children who eat junk food tend to fall sick. Who eat junk food. Okay, children, I hope you will do the remaining by yourself. Okay, now let us see the adverb clause here, right? So adverb clause means here where we are talking about you are defining a verb. Here all the time you are defining a noun, right? Here you are going to define a verb. Now let me see the examples. Let us see the examples. Here see, I cut the cake when all my friends arrive. Here you are talking about arrival, right? So all my friends arrived. I cut the cake when all my friends arrived, right? So you are talking about the arrival of friends. So we closed the door to the balcony because the pigeons were a menace. Please change your clothes before the guests arrive, right? I have tied the shoelaces, right, so that they don't come undone. So you are talking about some activity being done, okay, some work being done. You are defining some particular work here, right? I will reach before noon if I catch the morning train. Okay, so these are all the adverb clauses. Now let us see how to fill the adverb clauses. Tia was stubborn although she does everything by herself, right? Everything she wanted to do by herself. She wanted to be independent, right? So she does some work, right? Although she does it independently, she is stubborn. No doubt, Tia does everything by herself. She wanted to be independent, but she is stubborn. So Tia was stubborn although she wants to do all works by herself. Right. Nandini agreed to make muffins if only Tia changes her dress. Okay. So what is the activity that has to be done here? Changing the dress has to be done. Right. If Tia gets rid of her smelly dress, you can speak like that. So you can write your own sentences. It is not necessary that you write the same whatever I am saying, but you have to keep in mind that the activity has to be mentioned there. Okay, you are not defining noun here as like that noisy students, right? Beautiful, that beautiful flower, or that blue frock, those who are kind. You are not defining the nouns here. You are talking about an activity being happening. Okay, so Nandini agreed to make muffins if Tia changes her dress. My parents dropped me off where I can play cricket. Okay, so please do call in case of emergency. So these are all the things that you have to fill in with adverbial clauses. So now we are coming to the noun clause. So a noun clause is a sentence, is a noun equivalent. That sentence is going to be a noun equivalent. It functions as a subject of the verb, the object of the verb, the complement of the verb, or the object of preposition. What my friend most feared has happened. So here it is almost like, what is the noun here? Friend, right? So you are saying that what my friend most feared. right, has happened. And also you are talking about something happening, right, and that something had happened, and that happening is also defined by an adjective here, most feared, right. I am certain that he will score high marks in all subjects, right. That he will score high marks in all subjects is the noun clause, right. No one knows where he was in 1970, right. So now complete each sentence. That means that, where, all these are what, that, what, where, all these are the things which will make the clause as a noun clause, right. The manager announced that there will be a holiday on coming Saturday, or the manager announced that tomorrow is a working day, right. So we were told that, so about, like, you can finish, you can fill this one with the noun clause. We were told that cinema is a grand success, right. My belief is that tomorrow it's going to rain, or my belief is that city is very beautiful, right. My belief is that God exists. My belief is that, so like that you can write your own sentences. It is not necessary that only a specific one should come here. Okay children, so try to finish your work and post your work to me.